The views and opinions expressed by the host do not necessarily state or reflect those of the guests. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the guests do not necessarily state or reflect those of the host. I'm a stupid robot.
Give it up for the funny, the hilarious. King of the open micers at the one-nighters, Alonzo Cantu.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
pouring from the buildings now. There's cars toppled, buildings entire and just crushed and crumbled. I'm not sure if it's safe to report from my vantage point. I really need to leave. Civil Defense has informed me that the surrounding areas are in ruin. I see some people running now. In the opinion of this reporter, if this nation, or in fact the world, ever needed heroes, that time is now. That time is now.
getting worse. Our exploratory diving bell
Yes, Cape the Mummy is here in Perry.
Wong and his assistant, Mary Nelson, have managed
All
to...
computers indicate that whatever caused it came from somewhere in the Pacific. We'll start searching that area immediately.
Saavedra, he got yeeted off of YouTube or some shit like that. I think that's a fucking scam. Honestly, I don't believe him. I think he made that up, like conservatives that say that they got canceled off of YouTube so they can get people to. But I guess it doesn't really make sense because he didn't tell anybody about it. So I guess that kind of goes against mine.
He's secretly sponsored by Rumble.
Rumble.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. The Rumble contract coming through. But yeah, no, I'm just saying. I'll even pull up their podcast and I'll just be like, look at this nonsense right here.
Does Rumble charge? Or...
No, but they kept trying to kept trying to get like streamers and accounts and all that. But
to be honest, who goes on Rumble? It's kind of one of those alternative YouTube platforms that only cater to right wing talking points.
Yeah, I used to watch Glenn Greenwald on there, and that was about it.
I watch Ethan Ralph sometimes.
I used to,
I'd tune in to see what he's up to.
I sometimes watch Infowars' live stream on Rumble.
Oh yeah, Infowars.
Yeah.
Prison Planet.
Prison Planet
has a Rumble account.
Yep.
Yeah, what I feel about bad is Alex Jones. I just thinking that Trump. Well, I can't tell. I think he's got to do that because all of his listeners are just retards. So he's got to be like, yeah, Trump is the second coming of Christ, kind of thing, because that just doesn't. I don't know. I don't like when Alex Jones is the mainstream. You know what I mean? I like when he's fringe.
Yeah,
I've heard people. What his dad was like CIA or some sort of secretive agency.
Was he?
He was some sort of secretive agent. I've heard a lot of things about
Alex Jones' dad.
Alex Jones.
Have you heard that?
Like Alex Jones potentially being a plant.
Have you heard that one conspiracy that Alex Jones is actually Bill Hicks?
Yeah, I've heard that one. I've heard of such things.
And then Bill Hicks is already Andy Kaufman.
Yeah. Why can't any of these? They got to keep on rebooting. I don't know. Why can't they just have their own thing?
Because the CIA probably brainwashed him, making him think he's.
There we go. Hello there, pod. Let me see this. I'm gonna pull this up on YouTube so I can hate on it in real time. I just want to show this lack of what would you call it? I don't know. The word class comes to mind, but there we go. All right, let's pull this bullshit up.
I like the infographic, or not the infographic.
Would you like the?
I like the graphic at the beginning.
I like it.
Would you like that AI generated nonsense?
It doesn't seem that special. I mean, at least you try to put some neon colors.
All right, and first off, who's the one that's supposed to look like Nick Rekieta? Is that supposed to be Jacob Flores right there? Doesn't he kind of look like Nick Rekieta?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it.
1 second, let me see.
I haven't watched it either.
I know Rekieta Law, but
1 second, let me look up Nick Rekieta and just
trying to exactly remember what he looks.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a fucking spot on Nick Rekieta right there, right? Red nose and everything. Look at that.
Yeah, I would maybe.
Big news.
I think Rekieta should sue. For. I don't like this smoke effect too. What is that? Promoting drugs? That's bullshit. I don't like that.
Weed? Because they're always high or what?
Wait a second. That's just the neon monkey set in the background. What the fuck? He's double dipping over here. This is nonsense. I haven't even heard a word of this horse shit. And I'm already madder than hell.
Fuck.
Look at this. What? We're just going to crop it off, see both of their faces like that? I don't like this. I don't like everybody in the shot at once. It works well with us because it's all, it's all laid out.
Yeah.
Very sexually.
They should put some signage behind Jake and George.
Well, it looks like Zach has one light and he put it over there behind the fucking fern tree. What about
That's like the Josh Denny.
Yeah, because George's a big boy. He's casting a giant shadow on the wall, and that doesn't look good.
Hello there, and welcome to Hello There. My name is Jacob Flores. To my left,
Look, we gotta look at Jacob's
George
fucking
Rosales.
tiny crotch. What the fuck is up?
Across from him
I mean,
is
that's
his
kinda what I
brother
am
of
for this
destruction,
show.
the very
Yeah,
funny
but that's
Nick
what I'm saying. He's
Rosales.
kind of stealing our thing and turning it into something disgusting.
Yeah.
And on the end of the couch over there, we got fun.
And what are these guys doing? They don't have enough respect for the audience to put on some clothes. It looks like they just rolled out of bed. It's fucking disgusting, dude.
Fact, the woman hater of the year, Daniel.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Immediately hostile.
Yeah, that's fine, dude. It's fine.
I like it. No, I like it. Let's do
Or are
this.
we,
Yeah, how did you get that, Bones?
We're now the podcast about watching podcasts.
No, I just wanted to say,
Radio podcast.
is this $125 worth of fucking quality right here? I'm just telling them they're charging
No,
125
but it might hurt
fucking
my hand.
bucks. I said I would do it
200K
for half.
200K is.
I would do it for half, and I still will do
First
it for
off,
half.
I don't
Zach,
even know who that is.
you gotta fucking
Exactly.
just tap out of this one and just let your boy fucking take care of it. Because right now, you're an albatross around their neck with this fucking shoddy quality, and that's just the way Ace sees it. All right, that's my new segment. The way Ace sees it.
Just a petty beef section called The Way Ace Sees It.
Yeah,
The
but just
way I
with
see
reasonable, just me wanting to do the job, but for cheaper. And then just
Constantly. Well, there's other ways we can sneak in.
yeah, I don't know. Because I mean, it's either this or like creating a fake account and just spreading rumors on Instagram under each one of their comments, which is always in the back pocket. But I don't know. I don't got.
You know what?
fucking
You should
schooling
make
for that.
you should make a girl account and Yoko them.
Oh yeah, no, and it would be so easy. It would be the easiest thing
just a
next to
fake
taking
woman
candy from
account.
a baby. What?
Like a fake girl account?
Yeah, you ever had somebody try to do that with you?
Yeah.
And you see it coming a mile away because you're like, motherfucker, I'm not attractive.
Do you ever see a fake girl account and they use a porn
And they're always
star? And
like-
it's like, yeah, I know who Mia Malkova is. Like,
Yeah,
Holy
and
shit,
they always
but
use
it's
like,
still, like will be filled with comments of like, pretty girl, I can't wait to see you.
Well,
oh, they use some sort of like Korean pop star as their profile.
yeah.
I've
What,
seen that.
what
That's
they
to
should
get you,
do.
Bob. That's to get you, Bob.
Yeah.
They send me
Maybe.
Mia Malkova.
But they also get like supermodels or whatever.
Yeah, they send me a nice, attractive guy with abs. Yeah, and I'm
I
just
know
like,
who Terry Crews is.
he's the fucking Old Spice guy, right? Terry Crews.
Yeah,
Yes.
He's the one that got molested by a white producer and didn't do shit about it.
And he complains about it.
He's like crying about like I'm a giant muscular man and some guy grabbed my crotch and I didn't end
like
his
it.
life.
That's the one. That's the one.
That's right.
Which is like, I mean, I've had my crotch grabbed by somebody that I didn't want it to have it grabbed by, and and they were like my shift leader or whatever like that, But hey,
Once during a
it's called
wrestling,
paying your dues.
once during a wrestling practice, we were playing sharks and minnows, and how it works is you run across the mat, and the sharks are on their knees, and they have to try to tackle you as you're running across the mat. This one kid who was a shark, and I was a minnow, just grabbed my cock and pinched it as hard as he possibly could and pulled me down, and I can still remember that pain.
I imagine just the front yank just coming down. It looks like when you see that guy like does a skate move and he gets his legs caught in the thing.
I'm pretty
Yes.
sure he almost got his fingers to touch together, like the way how hard he pinched it.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Just falls flat in his face.
That's good. Cock porn is always funny.
Let's just say I was a shark after that.
Yeah, it's what the fuck? What are the Russian
Dog eat dog world.
Yeah, it's like you're one of the Russian
a doggy
mobsters and
dog
all
world.
that. It's like
Yeah, that's the equivalent of them killing my family, and now I'm a part of them.
They killed your family?
Sorry, I've been watching some GTA 4 retrospectives.
dude, I've been watching way too many videos on Pokemon and Harry Potter lore and shit like that. Like, I don't even like. Well, actually, I love Pokemon. I'll take that back. But I haven't played a game in like fucking 10 years at least. And
You ever play Pokemon Go?
Yeah, when it first came out, I almost wrecked my car multiple times playing Pokemon Go because I'm like, holy shit, there's a fucking
I still play Pokemon Go sometimes.
There's a gym on I-35.
You're welcome. I had to be the best that no one ever was. Oh man, I almost fucking jeez. I almost wrecked today too because I was trying to fill out the plasma center thing and I ran a red and almost T-boned somebody, but I just fucking went just smoothly skidded through that fucking intersection, dodged 2 cars, and kept on driving. I'm not gonna slow down while everybody else around there's slowing down. Like, oh, what happened? What happened? Motherfucker, it's called driving. All right, just keep it moving. All right, and don't get all caught up in shit like that. When somebody sees a shooting star across the sky, anybody say, oh, whoa, he didn't have the right of way. Where's the blinkers? No, they sit back and they make a wish.
Yeah, I'm a very like.
That's just the way he sees it.
I got a lot of like stupid superstitions. So like when I was driving over here, I saw a guy who looked like my dad driving, and I was like, something about this seems pleasant. Today's gonna be a good day. And then that guy proceeded to like ride my ass.
Did your dad tell you or what?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to text him.
Right.
See how the New Braunfels Whitewater Amphitheater Festival went.
You should see if hey, did you drop Molly? Did you raw dog mom in the outhouse or the porta-john, the portaloo?
Doesn't weed smell different at festivals?
What was it? Fucking, I think I was like smoking some. Because either way, I wanted to talk about. I'm back to selling blood, like a fucking drug addict or just broke ass. Which I guess I check both boxes, right?
Yeah.
So, long story short, I don't even want to get into the whole plasma center situation, right? Except for there was one dude that had like the guy that my favorite to put the needle in. I swear to God, is the most I do meth guy ever. He's like this older Mexican guy. He's always like cleaning his nose like that and shit, and then proceeding to touch needles that are going into my body and shit. But you know what?
But does he? You say you prefer him. Does it like? Is it like?
It's the experience. I'm like, this guy probably, when he goes home, he's probably shooting
the
up.
Risk factor you like?
No, I'm saying I think he knows how to use needles because he's probably shooting himself up after work and in between shifts. What?
Why don't you just smoke
I'm wondering if it's like
I don't know
when
if
it
he
comes to
does or not.
putting in the needle, if he almost like turns into a different person.
Maybe.
Like he like his hands get still.
I'm strolling through I've been strolling through San Pedro Park and like underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
Like
it's nice. Actually, no, it's not. Yeah, it's actually one of the worst parks.
But no, it's like a beautiful day, and then
Bob's just been on the prowl in San Pedro Park.
Yeah, he was cruising. He was just cruising for young teens.
No, I was
No. Come on, guys. Come on.
no, I just
looking for some Tic Tac, some tweak.
Yeah, but I was like walking to San Pedro Park, and I see like underneath the bridge, there's just like one tweaker and another tweaker smoking fentanyl. And
how you know it's fentanyl? Just from the smell?
I don't know. They're smoking something. It wasn't weed, so I mean, yeah.
I mean, well, was it out of a glass pipe?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I can narrow it down for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think the funniest thing I ever saw, like with public meth use, was on Research Drive and Research Drive in Hildebrand. There's a Circle K, and right between that Circle K, you go down the road. There's like this deep, like kind of like it was like a ditch with all these like kind of concrete, like barrier kind of things that kind of looks like a little mini Stonehenge kind of thing, but split up into like two uniform lines. That doesn't really matter, but just so if you guys ever drive by, you can see what I'm talking about. But I'm like just walking by and I look down and I see a guy like leaned up on one of these stone things with a scratch off ticket he's scratching off and a fucking meth pipe just right there. He's just having a fucking smoke, doing his fucking lottery tickets just right there in public and shit. And it's like, sorry.
I went to San Francisco like in December, and it really is insane how like there's like this very bougie shopping area. I guess it's Town Square, and the whole idea is that it's like there's a town square in New York where all the bougie shopping is, and Union Square.
Okay.
And it's supposed to like mirror each other in some ways. So there's like a Tiffany's, Chanel, all that shit. And you just go one block over, and there's this crazy meth street that is just nothing but tents.
Oh God.
And like, yeah, it was the most like just active guys chilling with their like crack pipes, meth pipes in their mouth, just like walking around, like doing business, and you either you just keep walking forward, don't make eye contact, and they leave you alone. They can tell you're there to not do business with them.
It's like passing through cougars or wolves.
Yeah, my wife needed hair extensions, and the only place that had it was a place that did not have hair extensions she wanted.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But it was the clientele outside.
Nice.
Very
diverse, I guess. Yeah, an eccentric bunch of fellows.
We got to the hair place, and she's like, "This is just weaves."
What's the difference? What's the difference between a weave and an extension? I don't know.
I don't really know.
I've never been to San Francisco, but I've been to Southern California.
I think like a weave goes much further. Like it's almost like you're almost bald, whereas like an extension is like you have like short hair for the most part, and you just want to add a little.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a weave is like almost like a wig that you like glue onto your head.
Yeah, right. And then extension is like you don't glue them.
Yeah, they typically have like little clips that you put under the hair.
That's nice. I remember we were talking about getting you some extensions. We were talking about getting you some blondes, and we were gonna do blondelle.
We should get puppets.
Remember that? We were talking about that. Like, it was way back in the day. Blondelle.
Possibly, I don't recall.
All right, well, let's bring that back, okay? Because we need to do some stuff.
No.
We need to do like an as seen on TV.
Let's do a mullet.
So put some like bumpets and bob.
Oh, like just buy shit from the TV.
I'll have a fushigi. You can wear a snuggie.
I'm down with that. Yeah. Do that because I didn't even watch TV anymore, so I miss out on all the things that I could buy on TV. It's usually I see it on Twitter or TikTok.
Is there? I guess QVC still exists, but for the most part, like it's not the same. Nobody's gonna know about whatever products they're. I think the last one was ever what My Pillow, or
Trump was a good one. What about the that one, and also that Flex Seal shit? Flex Seal I think still goes hard. Or let me see what else. Yeah, My Pillow. I'm trying to think of like the last shit I saw. Usually they have like a flashlight that lasts forever.
Flashlight.
Flashlight.
The flashlight infomercial.
Yeah, you just shake it up.
Get that Lori chick from Shark Tank.
You ever use the flashlight?
Nah.
Yeah, all those sex things are very like it just feels like you're jerking yourself off with like a bigger set of hands kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, or yeah, exactly. It's like even if you stick it in between something, you're just like, I'm just fucking my bed, you know?
Yeah.
I went to a sex store not too long ago and I saw one of the Japanese lube bags.
Oh yeah, it's the one that looks like an egg, and then you like wrap it around your penis.
Yeah, and you just fuck it.
Yeah, see, the one of those things, it seems like how many times am I really gonna use this? You know,
like it almost has to be a one and done.
Yeah,
I mean, even though I think they encourage multiple uses.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, go on.
Now there's one where like there's an alien dildo and it props up like rubber eggs inside.
See, that makes sense. All right, something like that. You know, okay, I'll fuck around.
That's
like,
some real hentai shit. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, what? There's no way that I can do that on my own. I can't you know, I can't do that on my own. But like, and I'm a guy that likes jacking off, but you know, I don't want fucking. I'm kind of a Luddite when it comes to it. I don't want there to be technology getting in the way of the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. William Chappelle. See, that makes sense. What? About what?
Yeah.
Which part? I forgot.
Now we got AI, so you can make your own porn.
Here's a question for William. If there was a Frodo fleshlight, would you fuck it?
A Frodo fleshlight.
A Frodo flashlight?
I don't know.
The real dildo baggins.
There you go. There you go. Set it all up for you right there. Tentacles. Oh, tentacles. Okay.
Tentacles.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you look up the tentacle dildo, Bob. Let me look that up. Well, it's probably Bad Dragon, all right? Let me see. Bad Dragon Alien Egg Dildo.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. The Ovipositor. Yep. How do I know?
I like
exactly
that it
how
has
to find
such a
this shit?
simple name.
Yeah, okay, let's pull this up. You know, and if this doesn't get me banned, nothing will.
If they're one size, why are there 4 options?
Choose your fantasy. Size, one size. Okay, so this one has.
There we go.
What are these flops?
Firmness soft.
Oh shit!
I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, what's the difference? Are they all the same? They're all the same price.
That's cool blue. I don't know.
Oh, switch to 3D.
Oh, where's that?
Go, see,
Okay.
yeah. Woo, boy.
All right.
Sizing tool.
Let's see if I can big it up. Big up.
How deep is my pussy?
Let me see if this will work.
Fucking super deep.
After you were done.
All right. Let's see. There we go. All right. So this is the ovipositor. And does it have any kind of description? I want to see what I'm getting. Oh, there's a sizing tool. Let's see how that works. Bad dragon verifying you are human.
No, I'm a robot.
I might be an alien. The deposits. Let me see. Ooh, our real size comparison tool.
Shit.
What the fuck?
It's in purple color.
The circumference of base.
Drag the slider to begin.
Okay, shit. Where's the
To the
slider?
left.
Right here? What do we do with this? Okay.
Okay. So if you need a little further back.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's compared to other toys.
Yeah, let's see.
Aquadrax.
Yeah, what's the Aquadrax?
Wait, oh boy.
Oh.
You know what? If I had to get fucked by a dragon penis, that one does look like it's got a lot of character to it.
Yeah.
It's also so much bigger.
It's a lot of girth.
Yeah, you got to be a real champ to take that one.
Yeah.
Wait, go back to compare to other toys. I think the first one was so insane I didn't even realize it was an option.
Valentino King of Hearts?
Yeah.
Okay, what is that?
Valentino.
Oh, wait, go to a large Valentino King of Hearts. Why did they start
a larger
Valentino
one,
so
man.
small?
Yeah, let's see.
They started Aquadrax extra large.
Yeah, I want to see what
Let's
the...
do
Oh
it.
my god.
Oh.
Still not even close to the Aquadrax though.
I know.
I mean, girthier, way girthier. So
yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. I think I might feel self-conscious if I had little hearts like that on my penis. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I'd probably feel ashamed and shit, and girls would think it was herpes, but I'd be like, no, I'm Valentino.
that would technically be a chode, right? If it's that much thicker.
All right, let's see. I want to see. And I also like that the ovipositor isn't copyrighted, but the Aquadrax is. Oh, like most of these do have copyrights on them.
My favorite thing is that this site just keeps adding dildos to the right as opposed to replacing.
Do you think
them.
that these? You ever like people that get into like you ever like a grandma that gets into like collecting Swarovski glass or whatever like that? They just always know that they have like a built-in fan base. They're just waiting for the new collection so they can buy the new Bad Dragon dildos.
Or a Serafina or a Valentino.
Yeah, that one's sick.
The bigger Aquadrax.
I can't decide if Bob, which penis would you get if you had
that
to
one's gonna
change
hit
your penis?
Butthole. That one's gonna hit your butthole.
I'd definitely get the Aquadrax. No, actually, Valentino.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. See, I think the Aquadrax.
Move to a large Valentino. Maybe that's.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think
extra large.
Oh, an extra large Aquadrax. I don't even know if I could.
Oh,
see,
bigger.
That makes sense right there. All right.
Wow.
So does this one really
Meanwhile,
shoot
this
eggs out
bitch-ass
you?
Ovipositor from earlier.
Yeah, I want to see what the ovipositor, if it has like any kind of
Build my own.
Let's see.
There we go.
Oh, where's that?
Okay, ready?
Okay.
There we go. Oh my god.
Build your own dildo.
All
We're gonna
right.
have some fun with this ovipositor.
That's right.
I think I'm kind of black gold. All right.
Starlight.
Galaxy black. Oh, I kind of like the night sky one.
Oh, night sky. Yeah.
Or we should go green, like classic alien green.
What
Do it
cool
retro.
blue or like,
What's the? Does that say surplus? What's
Tear-
the gift box thing?
or I get tear
This one?
color.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Oh,
There's
shit.
like a mystery. It's
yeah.
like dealer's choice.
Oh, okay.
That's
Kind of
right.
like that.
Yeah, I kind of want the question.
Surprise
Can I
me.
get the surprise me dildo skin?
Know what I also like though? $129 fucking dollars, dude. Like that's what I'm saying. Where does the money go?
to the company. Bad Dragons gets your money. That's what I mean. I don't know. What are they?
Fucking
The employees who work there.
Yeah.
King Bob. Fuck yeah.
You think Bad Dragon has zero overhead?
Yeah. What do you think this is fucking
They do it for
charity over here?
Yeah. Funding starving children? What? No.
Wait, can I put fake cum in it so I can squirt it?
I
into
see.
my
I thought you
pussy
said
on
that there's supposed to
stream?
be a fucking. Let me see if I could find it. 'Cause maybe this isn't even it. Let me see. Google.com alien dildo that shoots eggs in your ass or pussy. Let's see.
larva silicone. No, it was the
Larva silicone,
ovipositor. It's because of that
ovipositor,
hole.
Dildo.
Oh, so you're supposed to stick the holes in there, and then I guess
you provide the alien eggs, stick it in that
egg-laying
hole,
dildos.
and then you
Okay,
squeeze the
with eggs. All
ovipositor.
right. Let me see. Oh, here are the eggs. I wonder why we can see the eggs later.
That's a big ass fucking egg.
Does that
They
even,
look like
doesn't
kinda like-
even look, doesn't even look like an egg.
Well, it looks like pupas, kind of
It's
like
an alien egg, Bob.
cocoons.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is like the least sexy ovipositor I've seen. Honestly, this looks like it looks like a weed pipe like that you buy when you're 14. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's a really bad vase.
It's like a
Boss.
Let's-
Wait, are there multiple? There's different colors. This is sci-fi fantasy. Maybe we want sea fantasy.
Yeah, I kind of do.
Ooh.
Wow.
Why does the ovipositor? What the fuck?
It's an actual. It's a snake.
It's a snake. All right, one second. I got to pull this
That's
back
a
up on snake. All right.
Holy shit! You got a real snake.
Yeah, this is just a
Ovipositor.
snake.
Visit the Creature Cock store.
Whoa,
Creature
where's
cocks.
that? Right there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, creature cocks.
XR
Creature cocks.
jizz water.
Spread the love.
So look. I think that is supposed to invade deep fisting cream.
Oh, I've always wanted to get one of these love cushions. I feel like how much better would I be at fucking if I had one of these like the pros use?
Yeah.
Hey, baby. It's time to have sex. Will you please bring the love cushion out of the garage?
Can you please bring the smelly stained love cushion, please?
Did you wash the sheets?
I think it's under the kayak.
Bareback submission horse. Let's see how ridiculously expensive this is.
Get the door swing.
I remember we were trying to get the Sibian, and then it was like,
Oh yeah, because we wanted to make you Howard Stern.
yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Robin.
Bareback submission
That's as
horse.
much
What
of
the
an
fuck? Why
accent
can't
as
I?
I'll do.
Why can't I fucking click on it?
And I'm Baba Booey.
Master Series Stallion riding crop. I don't want the riding crop. I want the bareback submission horse. Oh my god, dude, this shit's so. There we go. $700 fucking dollars. That's what I'm saying.
$6.99. Yeah.
One
it's up to
rating.
600.
One rating.
Why can't you just be like, how about you give me the one that's up to 300 pounds? 'Cause I'm not fucking anybody that's 660 pounds with this thing, you know?
I'm not a pig.
Yeah. Get me the one for hot chicks, not the chubby chaser one, please.
You know what's funny?
I'll take that one.
Okay.
The blanket chest I recently bought on Amazon. That's the same weight.
Blanket chest? What's that?
No, just a chest for holding blankets.
Oh, classy. That is some married guy shit. Oh yeah. So how long you been married now? There's been what
Like a month and a half.
A month and a half. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. How is your married life?
For the most part, now it's getting back to not being too different. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I feel like
No
took a little
arguments.
break with everything just because felt like everything was building up, and now I'm almost in this like inert state of.
No fights. No nothing. No.
I mean, a little here and there, but it seems like
It's kind of normal.
you know, people use phrases like the honeymoon phases ended so early into a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, just like referencing dating, that it's like, yeah, there's a little bit of that. There's like a little bit of like, once you're done with the honeymoon, you have to talk a little bit more seriously about, okay,
what's your plan?
What is the ins and outs of this going to look like?
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's like even getting through that process feels like, okay,
Yeah.
now everything is truly like to rest. I don't know. And it goes both ways. It sounds like I definitely had things that she probably wanted clarity and
Yeah, you have
comfort on
understanding.
there. But yeah, now
The best time to get clarity on those things is after the wedding.
no, I mean, look, it's
I mean, you've
guess
been with her for a long
the
time,
thing
so you
is,
kind of
like-
made that agreement.
like
I mean,
you already have the prerequisite knowledge to push on the questions if you want. It's like, I don't know. And maybe this is even it sounds like you're even like,
When she's asking questions like, why do we have so many ovipositors, John? I understand getting one, but in every color, you have a problem.
just
like I
looked them
wanna
up on the
surprise
site, they're
you, babe.
130 per ovipositor. You know, I thought you were spending $20 per ovipositor.
Yeah, she gets the fucking bill. What
Girl.
the fuck?
Well, like even though like we're several years removed from even this, I think really what it comes down to is it's like, okay, these were our standards for dating, and they're kind of the standards for like married as well. But it's also like, okay, if we wanted to actually like start having kids, what are the things we need to fix about ourselves before that stage? And it's like having that conversation now, like you realize that you're like several years removed from that point. But I think that's what it really comes down to is like the heat of the, or like why it's something that wasn't brought up earlier that's coming up now is like, well, if we think we're going to do this step in 2 to 3 years, we should probably have a plan of some sort.
Yeah. Which is always like the least sexy shit to talk about.
Exactly. It's like quit vaping, like, you know, and it's like, yeah, you're right. Like,
Just start making a baby,
right.
okay?
But it's like, you know,
or you start vaping, babe.
Yeah.
Start vaping. Hey, we're gonna be the vaping household.
Yeah.
We're gonna be the coolest kids at Pee Wee soccer.
Babe, I've done the studies. It's actually really hard to quit a vice, but it's actually super easy to pick one up. So I don't know if you heard this.
Yeah, maybe. Also, stop judging me, ho.
Yeah, exactly. Also, can a nigga live?
Yeah.
Please? I mean,
Also,
for a
get
second.
off my fucking back. You're not my mom.
Yeah. Also, where's my sandwich? You know, please.
Just make me something to eat, you know?
Yeah, I'm hangry. I like how William Chappelle says the human vagina is only so big, which is such a lie because it can push out like 8-pound child. That's usually how big they are, right? 8 pounds.
I think they get messed up after that.
I think Bad Dragon's gonna have a baby dildo where it's just a fucking full size child.
Dude, it's after having a kid that you move from the ovipositor to the extra large Valentino.
Yeah, that's like the new test tube babies. Is you got impregnated with the ovipositor? Yeah,
yeah.
Do you think? And for even though it's just silicone, the kid comes out half dragon.
That'd be so cool. He comes out like the lizard man.
Dude,
it just breathes fire.
The lizard man was born via ovipositor.
Yes, that's exactly how it happened.
You need to have dragon.
I saw for our honeymoon we went to.
I wonder if he just rebranded as the Dragon Man. Nobody could stop him.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, just slap some fucking wings on him.
Yeah.
If he
Or
has
slap some wings
or a
and,
tail.
and teach him that kerosene fire trick.
He could get claws though. I'm thinking he could get like, or just black lady nails.
Well, actually, that's a very good question, in that you're talking about a man who obviously loves body prosthetics and body changes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like he ran out of things to do 10 years. Like, he hasn't been, like, when was the last time he was able to get
He needs to get some of
done?
them removed just so he can put them back on.
Yeah, it's like he obviously loves part of this process, and it's almost like he's gone all the way that, like, now he can't feel the feeling of, I mean, just, I bet he gets touch-ups all the time on his lizard skin.
I had to assume, especially certain parts, like the ones that heal quickly. Like I don't know if he has the bottom of his hands done and shit, but that's always a tough one. I got to relook at it. I wonder if he's got like if his hands look like black people's hands, you know, where they're kind of pink on the bottom.
So is it like when he gets naked? Is it like a swim tan?
Oh, he just got that'd be hot. Tan lines. He should do an OnlyFans. I don't see why he doesn't. You know,
Dragon Boy.
He's got to have a King Richard, right?
I think he said something like that. I think he has like. I got to re-listen to the interview. We did a whole interview with him.
I don't know if a tattoo guy would tattoo your dick, but I mean, there's obviously piercings.
Oh, dude, I remember that episode too because DC Casillas got so fucking mad because he came over to do his interview, and then the Lizard Man came in, and I just ignored him and just got back to the Lizard Man for like an hour and a half, and he just leaves. I'm like, oh, later, DC.
But it's because he didn't understand that you were trying to lead him towards his next comic book.
That's right.
We had it all set up too.
He just wasn't playing 3D chess the way you were.
Yeah.
Oh, did I tell you?
He wanted to make the thing that he's currently working on and has put his heart and soul into. He wanted to promote that. He didn't want to start working on your new idea.
My genius fucking idea with the Lizard Man. He turns into a lizard and also has lizard powers. Yes, that genius idea, which has been a fucking hit in any Indiegogo scene. Oh, dude. So last night at the comedy thing, I still can't tell if Suarez is fucking with me or not. I can't tell, but had a glass of water, and I had sat it down on the table. It happened to be in front of him because I was going to go get a lighter for a cigarette, and I was going to come back and get my water. I just didn't want to I don't know why. I just didn't want to pick it up and then carry it over there and then come back. I was like, I'll just leave it here. I'm about to go outside next to the door, and Swartz is like, he's like, hey, come get your water or whatever. And I'm just like, I'm like, what? He's like, you just put this water like right in front of me. I know the mind games you're trying to play. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? I'm just like, I think you're like, I'm not Machiavellian like that. I'm not saying you're good at it. I'm just saying I know what you're trying to do. I've known you for too long. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I didn't know about the classic put the water glass in front of the person, mind fuck maneuver. But
you don't put water down at the grandfather table.
Oh, is that what it is? That's how it works. Yeah, it's like, hey, you never serve another man water, unless you're willing to take a man's life,
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna go over light next too?
Yeah, exactly. All right, what are you just gonna bring him some fucking appetizers next? What, you're just feeding him like what, you're his mommy or something? You're just bringing him some water? What, you gonna bring him some cookies and some milk next? What the fuck?
Are you gonna start referring to him by his first name instead of Mr. Suarez?
Or Master Suarez
instead of Big S? Man.
Mr. Suarez.
I gotta tell you this fucking hilarious joke I heard Raul do last night. I just want to do it on here for the special. It was so fucking, I gotta tell you, it's so good. Man, I like talking about things that only I care about and know about and you do. That's the good thing about this show. And that's what I think the audience cares about, honestly. The inside stories. So, I don't think I told you this. I was talking about the plasma center thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I keep getting into just mental breakdowns about this debit card that they put money on, right? So last week I had $109 or some shit on the card, or I had $100 and something, $109, right? And I didn't realize this, but I used an out-of-network ATM, and by the time I figured it out, it had taken me down to $109 to $95 in fucking fees, right? And I still hadn't gotten. So I was fucking livid, right? So I talked to the customer service people, yelled at that lady, got them to fucking give me some of the money back. They got it to $99, so I couldn't even take out the full 100 because you're only doing things at 20, whatever. So this week I'm like, all right, I have the app. I can see I have $60 in the fucking thing, right? So I got $75 deposited. I spent $15 on gas, and then I was like, I'll save the 60 because I can't take out 75. I can only take out 60. So I'll just spend that, and take out the 60 that I can take out. So I go to the fucking thing. I put in 60. I checked that $60. I go in there. I put $60 in. It says, your bank has canceled your fucking transaction, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? And I go into the thing. It says I have $58.50. Know why?
Why?
Because it turns out, even though I was in an in-network ATM at the CVS, you only get the first transaction you make without any fees on the ATM. So let's say you make a transaction before you take out the ATM thing, you're going to get charged $1.75 for anything else after that. But also, so I got charged $1.75 for using the thing, and then it's like, oh, well, you don't have $60, you have $59, so we're going to charge you another $1.50 for having insufficient funds.
Jesus.
Dude, I was so fucking angry, dude. So I was like, I wasn't even planning on going to donate plasma, but I had to go down and donate some plasma so I could reset it. Because here's the thing, even if I went to go take it out again, they're going to charge me again. So I'm like, fuck that. I'll just do the plasma thing, reset it, then take out as much as I can. But yeah, I was, because here's the thing, I'm already selling my fucking blood. You know what I mean? And then they're just stealing money from me with this is what I'm saying. It's the most crazy banking nonsense bullshit fees ever. And it's like, how is this at all legal when you're literally taking people's blood money? Like, it's like, this is, it's blood money. It's fucking literally blood money.
Yeah.
The out-of-network one is especially, I mean, it's always funny when they have a fee for insufficient funds.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say $1.75 for an ATM seems normal. $14 is fucking batshit. And then anytime it's a fee, an extra fee for asking for not having enough money, that there's a irony to that.
Well, no, it's insane. But then also where it's just like, the only reason I have insufficient funds is because you just charge me a bullshit fee for using my fucking money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
It's bullshit.
And then I gotta call the poor fucking lady that it's like, I know she has no control over it and shit, you know, but it's just like, and they're like, oh, they already put a note in that they can't refund it. I'm like, well, okay. And then
They already put a note in the. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
we think he's gonna want this back.
Yeah.
So we're putting in a note in that says no.
Yeah. Okay. I'd already called last week and got him to refund like $6, I think, because I got it from 95 to 99. So whatever. That's $4. My
You're
bad.
persona non grata.
Yeah, like we already made a note because we did this for you last time and we're not going to do it again. And I'm like, all right, let me talk to your supervisor. This is bullshit. Because it's just like, because I had called last week, they could have mentioned, hey, and heads up, here's another thing. If you use the fucking thing, if you use the ATM card also, that's another fee. Because I was going over the fees with their, I don't know, dude. And I'm also getting sick because I don't have a lot of plasma anymore. So I'm just like, I got the sniffles and shit. I'm always feeling like hot and overheated and shit. So it's just like, that's not adding to it. Anything
Sucking
good.
up all your blood.
Yeah. But yeah, long story short, I think I'm going to go to BioLife now because I already, if you go to CSL, the first 4 donations, you get $100. And then the 5th, it's 75. So I'm out of those. So I'm going to go to the other ones and try to get new donor shit. Sorry, guys. I just had to vent on it.
It's been a while since I've donated blood, but last time I went, I got denied because a nurse looked at my tongue and said, like, I can't do that. I can't accept you, Papa. Like, what? Yeah,
What's wrong with your tongue?
It was white looking, but he's like, you might be sick, Papa. I just look at your tongue. It's like white or something. Like, okay. I was like, can you get a doctor? Like, he didn't say anything. He was like, just got denied because some nurse looked at my tongue and said, like, oh, it's whitish.
It's whitish.
I have no idea why.
Terminal white tongue.
It's like, I don't know. It could be something else. I don't know.
It's a bad vein. Anytime me or my brother donate blood, the veins always burst, and we just get this massive pool of.
Oh, that's no
blood,
good.
Like right under the skin.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be like bad phlebotomy. You know, you might have just had some like unlucky things. But you know, or rolling veins is what they call them. But no, I have fucking great veins. Honestly, it's one of the only things I got going for me vein wise.
Yeah,
is the fatness and thickness of the veins.
First.
Oh yeah.
You ever done a research
on what?
Like anything?
Have I ever done research on anything?
No. Like, you know, like a paid research.
Oh yeah, like studies or whatever.
Yeah.
Way.
Yeah. I did some. I'm trying to think.
Because the end of April, like I did a study. I did a test study for eczema because I have eczema.
Mm-hmm.
But like the nurse looked at my whole skin. I had some rashes and all that stuff. And the doctor looked at my skin. He said, yeah. He's like, yeah, you probably do have eczema. And then they exit the room, and then he just walked in. He's like, well, we have to say we're actually looking for people. We're actually looking for people with eczema that are children. I'm like, what? It's the research says anyone with eczema.
Yeah, it's also like, why you're just doing like fucking research studies on kids and stuff. I can even really consent to that. Because I forget. I know I did. I forget what it was. I forget if it was the cigarette one or it was like Pall Mall and they give you like a couple packs of cigarettes and then they're like, oh, come back next week or some shit. But I used to work for those survey people, like where you take surveys.
Yeah.
At the mall and be like, hey, you got some time to take some surveys? I was that guy.
Oh, I did that for a month.
Yeah, it was fun. And then like a lot of times we couldn't get people, so you just do the surveys ourselves so we can make the quota. So I would usually just be doing them.
It was kind of racist because like they're like, we don't like. One of the managers was like, we don't want blacks the age of 18 to 29.
Well, it's not racist; it's demographic. So it's like, well, yeah, because that's what you're doing. You're trying to like that's what they are paying the research for. It's like we don't want those people because they probably already have the information or they're not trying to target them right now. But when I was writing the review, because like I said, a lot of times I'd bring people in and I'd be like, hey, you don't even have to do anything. I'll do it all. I just need you to come through. I need a body. And so I would write their shit for them. And it's like, depending on what race they were, I might make it sound a little bit, ethnic, depending on whatever I thought that they might sound like. I can't have them all sounding like I wrote them. So yeah. Sometimes there'd be some yo's and some broken English.
Yeah.
Bob, is this eczema? I just got this like the other week. Is this eczema?
Oh no, is it rashing?
No, not really.
It's probably a wart.
Okay.
I think it's sexema, dog. Too much fucking.
Or cancer.
Too much rubbing my elbow into my wife.
Yeah, too much of that unprotected
into the-
sexema.
Or
Right into the.
eczema.
You gotta work it into the clit.
Mm-hmm.
Or cancer.
Do you think she would? Do you think your wife would be the kind of person that would be open-minded to you bringing home what's the dragon dildo? The Optisker or whatever, the Avi,
I'd have to take
the Ovipositor.
I'd have to approach it from the right angle, but probably.
You couldn't just pull it out and be like, "Hey, baby."
I think you'd have to approach it from, at least in our relationship, some sort of ironic. In order to convince the dragon dildo to be used, you'd have to some ironic, funny aspect of it. But yeah, I can't see us genuinely using the dragon dildo, and
It would have to be ironically.
yeah,
Some ironic fucking.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like there has to be a joke to it. I mean, at least for something that extreme.
Do you do that a lot?
No,
Ironic fucking? No. I'm trying to
No.
think. When we were talking about the time machine, and like sometimes like we wouldn't get out of our costumes when we fuck, which is like probably the closest to that, you know. But I'm trying to think. Yeah, how about you, Bob? You sling that dick like a fucking.
when you're walking around
Yeah.
San Pedro Park
Nah.
prowling.
I don't go there, but
Who's the guy that fucked 995 bitches? Not Too Short,
Who
the
was
other
that?
one. He's a basketball player.
remember that OnlyFans girl that had sex with 200 men?
Yeah.
Win a record, and then she felt
You
sorry.
know how
for it.
annoying it is when you show up there and they're like, "Sorry, we already got 200." I'm like, "What? You can't do 201? Get the fuck out of here!" Like, come on, man. If we don't cut it off somewhere. All right, whatever. Let me see. Wilt Chamberlain. That's what it was. You
Wilt
like the Wilt Chamberlain
Chamberlain,
of the
yeah.
comedy scene, Bob. You know that. Everybody says that about you.
What?
They call you the White Wilt Chamberlain.
I
Because you
believe
ball
so.
and you fucking sling that dick like a fucking toothpick. I don't know.
Like a hung horse. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I'm trying to get back into rhyming things that really don't make sense. Just saying something and rhyming with it, you know, like he's carrying like an octopus staring, something like that. You know, he's with it like a
He's with
giblet.
it.
I don't know. I think that I always like when black people do that, and I always feel like, man, that's kind of corny. But it's like maybe I just can't do it. So I feel like, you know, it's like ain't a thing but a chicken wing. They don't say that no
Yeah.
more, but sometimes they do. If you catch the right one on the right day, like a rare Pokemon, like a 4% chance of spawning.
Acres away, home slice.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. What's the most recent one that they do these days? You know, it's like I don't know. See. That's why I have you on the show, Bob. You're supposed to keep me up to date on black slang.
You got. Bob
I'm not an
Bell.
expert on
You
that
wanted
one.
Bob Diesel.
Oh yeah, Bobby Deasy. That costs extra. Costs extra.
That's 125.
125 for the next song.
Man. Oh yeah, what sucked is so I don't know what happened with the freaking internet thing earlier, but I don't know if you saw the Jim Tozzi thing. It cut out right at 18 minutes.
Really?
I didn't realize it because I don't know. It just fucking died on me and
I
didn't
haven't
say
watched
anything.
I haven't watched the whole clip.
And no one will because it's only 18 minutes. It just cuts off. Fucking. It was chill though. Tozzi's nice. I'm sure I'll be able to get him to call in again.
Yeah.
He's fun.
Mm.
Let's take a look. So, any opinions on the Donald Trump pardons?
Oh, I haven't seen them.
So I know that he pardoned Larry Hoover, and I think he pardoned NBA YoungBoy. Let me see.
Those are.
They're solid pardons. There's some top ones.
Trump pardon
asking if-
and his trial for Diddy.
Wow.
Well, that's not even a thing that he said he'd do. They were just like, "Hey, Trump, would you do that for Diddy?" And then he's like, you know, if I feel like he got treated bad, you know, I consider it, you know, stuff like that. Just
Pardon Ross Ulbricht.
Who's that?
It's the Silk Road guy.
Ross. Oh yeah, he did. Ross Ulbricht.
Oh,
His last
really?
name's Bricht.
Ulbricht.
Ulbricht. That's
Ulbricht.
fucking sick, dog. I'm all bricked up right now, dude. Over these pardons. Let's see. Partially charging Diddy. Here's what he
Pardons
said.
drug kingpins. It's like.
That's so cool, though.
It's
Let me
like
see.
you could really go into. The guy was like
Is he gonna party El Chapo?
he was like a libertarian free market guy. He wasn't,
no
he
way
wasn't
he's
really
partying
like
El
a
Chapo.
drug guy.
Yeah. What if he pardons like the guy who made Megashare?
Is he still in? How long is he gonna be in jail for? Ever? Is he one of those guys that just they're like, you're just gonna be in jail forever now?
He's based in New Zealand, so I don't know.
Yeah, you can't do anything about that. He's not the president of New Zealand. We're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go to war with New Zealand to take care of that, and I don't think that's off the table. But we're gonna lose a lot of kids in the wars, in the forever wars. Let me see. Let's see. I want to see the cool ones. Can I look up cool Trump pardons? Let's see. Trump pardons rapper NBA YoungBoy, who was sentenced to gun-related charges. I'm so happy he fucking pardoned YoungBoy. YoungBoy he's had a million chances, but hey, let's give him 1,000,001. All right, I'd say let's give him 2 million more if we fucking need to, until he starts falling off musically, which could have already happened. So it's kind of up to him on this one.
Could do that.
I guess that was his last term. He pardoned Lil Wayne and Kodak Black.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think he should just pardon Kodak Black preemptively now because he knows he's going to get into some shit again. It's like it's kind of an inevitability. Let me see. Larry Hoover though, right? He created the let me see, the Gangster Disciples. I think let me see. Larry Hoover. What did he do?
I think I have.
So he's the American former gangster and street kingpin. He's the founder of the Gangster Disciples. So he pretty much invented the most dangerous gang recently. They spread out and shit, and then led to Black Disciples.
I love the idea that Trump's last time it worked really well for me when I pardoned rappers. Give me a list of rappers, and just Larry Hoover's name is on there.
He's heard Big Meech Larry Hoover with Rick Ross, and he's like, he must be a rapper. I like that song. Yeah. I think I'm Big Meech Larry Hoover. Yeah, that would be very funny if he just thought that Larry Hoover was a rapper. They're like, oh, Mr. Trump, he's the founder of the Gangster Disciples. I don't listen to them. I'm more of a Wu-Tang Clan guy.
Are you allowed to take back a pardon? No.
I can't.
Good luck, Chicago.
Let me see. So those are just lyrics. Trust me. People say crazy things about me. The crazy and bloody truth about the murder that Trump pardoned. So are people mad about this now? Who's mad about this? The Republicans or the fucking... I mean, how long has he been in jail, too? He's 74 years old. Jesus Christ. Who cares? Let me see.
So he did his time, right? I mean...
When? Let me see. He was sentenced to 150 to 200 years. I love when they do shit like that, where it's just on the off chance that we discover immortality between now and, you know what I mean? Then
it's you're here for 200 years.
So we still have to give him the new medicine to make him immortal.
Yeah, just so he can serve his time. Legally, they have to do that. Yeah. He could possibly be a black vampire, which was popular back in the day. Let me see.
Count Blackula.
Let me see. He has
Have you
Gandalf
seen
blood.
Sinners?
No, I haven't. Is it good? Oh, yeah. It's good. Can we enter this into evidence, please?
Yeah, I don't. It's not. I think it's not terrible, but I think part of what makes it seem so good is that it's at least original. But
28 years.
I feel like they could have done a little bit more foreshadowing for all the vampire shit. It's almost like the vampire shit kind of gets...
You're talking about Sinners, right?
Yeah,
okay.
The vampire shit just kind of appears halfway through.
Who's on Sinners?
I thought we were still talking about Larry Hoover. You're like, what? Was it original? I was trying to follow your thing. I'm like, I guess he's making a point. It was kind of an original thing to pardon Larry Hoover. So, Cindy, I heard that it was a lot of... it's half a jazz movie, and there's vampire stuff, and then it goes back into jazz pretty hard.
Yeah, I'd say it starts pretty hard on the jazz, and it's almost like a period piece. Then
so it's an old school vampire movie.
Yeah,
I like that shit.
But then the weird thing is that when the vampires finally get introduced, it's Southern jazz versus Irish ditties, 'cause the vampires are just singing Irish ditties at them.
Oh, I heard that. That sounds kind of cool.
But
it's kind of corny.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of that, and then there's even okay, I guess this is somewhat spoiling stuff, but a lot of people die, and with how much they've built up the beginning, like building up a lot of these characters, you're like, okay, well, we should probably get some closure on like the families and people related to all the people we saw die. And then it's just kind of the end of the movie.
That's it.
Like it's like it doesn't. I think it like tries to end in a way that's like comforting, but then when you still remember all that happened, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of like, this doesn't feel like closure.
He was only sentenced to 23 months in prison and he served like 4. It's so
What?
funny. He was like sentenced in December 2024 to 23 months in prison. And
Wait, so it was like a gun charge? It was having like a gun on or pulling out a gun?
well, it wasn't even that. What it was he's had like so many fucking chances. He had this well, he already was on these gun charges. He's been on probation for these gun charges, and because he's so fucking rich and like makes the label so much money, they're able to give him these dope ass lawyers. So he just lives in Utah on Gravedigger Mountain in this giant mansion on this beautiful mountain and shit. But he can't leave, so he's just there by himself and he can't fucking leave. So him and his friends or whatever, I guess gang, they're like pretending to be pharmacists so they could like get extra drugs and shit from the pharmacy. So they're like posing as pharmacists, posing as doctors and all this kind of shit. And that's what they got caught for. And that's what he got sent back to jail for and stuff. But it's still breaking probation on the previous thing or whatever. But it's just very funny to me that
he broke probation pretty much.
yeah, he broke probation. But then also I guess they just didn't charge him for the drug stuff because I don't know. Sometimes if you have good lawyers, they can like say, "Oh, he's a drug addict. You can't blame a drug addict for being a drug addict," kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool.
But I guess part of the problem is like it says right there, a federal judge in Utah is now you're like hoping for Mormons to grant NBA young boy some understanding.
Well, he's going to become a Mormon, is what he said. Yeah, he said he's going
Be a
to
Mormon.
yeah, get baptized into the LDS and
But
stuff.
does he know that
In secret
they can't
underwear.
do the second wife thing there?
See, I was honestly thinking the same thing, but I'm like, who's going to stop him?
He's gonna rock that magic.
I do it. It's there.
And he's gonna rock
Place
that.
that's going to turn a blind. I mean, there's literally like TLC shows that like ran out of Utah of families. That entire thing was like, yeah, legally she's my wife, but they're also my wives.
Yeah, exactly.
they're
Like,
wives,
yeah,
you
you know,
know.
biblically, they're all my wives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the thing. She just got all like the legal shit. Yeah, and then they all live like. I think that's kind of hot. You ever seen Big Love?
I haven't seen Big Love, but I've seen one of the TLC shows just of one of these actual Mormon
Oh, the families and stuff.
Yeah.
Were any of them hot?
No, not in the way Big Love is.
Yeah, they have Chloe Sevigny, who I didn't even know was
It was
hot like
funny
that.
because what ends up happening is like he's like married to like 3 or 4 different pigs. And then he finally gets a woman who's like young and somewhat attractive, and just like that, the 4 other women slowly start to leave, and now he's just with the young attractive woman.
Oh, boo fucking who. What a tragedy.
Is it Honey Boo Boo's mom?
Huh?
Honey Boo Boo's mom.
Essentially, that's how he starts, and then like, yeah.
Did he build his roster back up by the end of the series, which is what I'm hoping? It's
Well,
like,
then-
he's like, oh, he's down at his lowest, but guess
Well,
what?
it's like, now,
Even badder bitches.
now I'm pretty sure he even says, like, oh, we're just going to keep it monogamous. I should have been monogamous this whole time. Because he went through 4 women.
Well, no, it's like
and
this.
like had like 30 kids.
Oh Jesus, that's dope.
Yikes.
That's a lot of kids. Well, I was thinking though, but it's that whole thing where it's like if you can't fuck a hot chick, you fuck like 4 decent chicks. Or not even decent, like 4 even ugly chicks. At least you got 4 of them. You know, it's just like I think that was his idea. He's like, oh, I didn't realize that actually being with somebody I'm sexually attracted to, it's way better. I don't got to take pills for my dick to work. I just like go in there and look at her fucking body, and then I'm like, oh, I want to have sex now. This is great. I didn't know that was possible.
You don't have to deal with 800 pounds of flesh on your birthday.
I mean, and just I don't know. And imagine they're just like,
or just like pounds of Jello on top of you.
I feel like
and you're trying to find the pussy or something.
I feel like if you got it, like if they're all fat and just like not taking care of themselves in the first place, when they got 3 other bitches to carry the slack, you know that they're fucking lacking on like hygiene and all the other kind of stuff. It's like, oh, why should I try? I got 3 other people. They, it's a lazy mentality with these polygamy wives.
Well, and then
they're a bunch of lazy
like,
bones.
And then like anytime there's like once he has like the new young wife, anytime there's like a conflict, he's like, I pick her side.
We're not so different.
I'm sorry,
you and I,
man.
Mormons.
I'm taking her side.
I love that. But I also like the idea of NBA YoungBoy, like being NBA YoungBoy, but just having a bunch of fat Mormon wives. It's like it's the same thing, but it's him. But he's got the same.
And he gets the TLC TV show.
Oh yeah.
And his like, and his black baby mamas are just trying to deal with the culture clash.
Look, the relationship in question is now monogamous. Like the whole drama of that show is like you still have all these kids with the previous women, so like there's still like something tying everybody together.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like a lot of black.
Move to NBA YoungBoy.
Yeah.
Repivot the same show.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like interesting because I mean, NBA YoungBoy is like I think 12 baby mamas already. So he's already kind of been living that lifestyle.
So it's gonna add an extra 20 more, right? I mean,
20. I mean, when you got the kind of
wives, I mean,
here's the thing. I think you should have as many wives as
NBA YoungBoy's Mormon compound commune on the top of a Utah mountain.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good world to be
Dude,
living
I
in.
think everybody would watch that show constantly. It would be the New Jersey Shore, obviously. And also, it's something. It's like I call myself a Solomonite, when it comes to my views on marriage and shit. I think the richer you are, the more entitled you are to curry women like objects, like a chattel wife system, I think is kind of important. And then you can even trade them like Pokemon with other polyamorous husbands
Much
and
like the wives
young boy.
King Solomon.
Yeah,
yeah, so much like the wise King Solomon, or like they call it the first Pokemon master.
I think
and some of the wives only evolve after you trade them, which is the weird thing too.
It's like an NBA wife trade,
I like that. That would be so. Dude, you have like a wife combine. It's like, what's their vertical leap like?
You just see a machoke pushing around a lawnmower, and you're like, I didn't know that they would become that.
It just turns into a Pokemon.
Just upgrade them.
That'd be great. She just grows an extra tit. It's like macho grows an extra pair of arms. She just grows an extra pair of tits. Holy shit.
Ooh,
her asshole just becomes a second pussy.
And then she grows a third asshole too. So it's like, what? There's like 16 holes here. What the fuck?
Dude.
There's 20 vaginas in this.
Look, I'm gonna need to get you an ovipositor for the downtime.
I like the idea that like any guy would want to deal with more than fucking 2 holes. Honestly, I think those 2 holes, like, it should be, let's cut it down to 1 fucking hole, all right?
They don't need it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just a lot of like, oh, they're gonna want me to fucking, I got to stick my fingers in both things. I'm touching all these holes.
Technically, we have 2 holes too. Just our hole sticks. Our hole is like at the
way
end
God intended.
At the end of a rod.
Well, it was just like imagine a chick had like fucking
like
4 vaginas and you had to pleasure each one of them.
Squishy things that you like used to stick your hand through. It's like that. That's what our hole is. It's a protruding hole.
Those things are so interesting. I think we should make our own brand of BFI. Just those things. Just have the most random
rubber hands.
You need to put like fake syringes in it. I'm thinking of things that would be.
Since I've seen sex stores,
counterculture. Yeah, I get that. I get it. I don't know though. I think I'm realizing I was watching Sam Hyde shit, and I was like, oh, I fucking get what he's doing. He's like pivoting towards the Zoomer generation and shit in a very. Oh my god, this is a first. I'm so proud of her. Dude, she jumped from the fence up to the balcony.
Really?
She's never done that before. I've been wanting her to be able to do that forever, because that way I don't feel so scared about her going down there, because then she can come back up here. But a lot of times I have to let her through the front. Ladies and gentlemen, my little girl's becoming a little woman.
All right.
Yeah.
Becoming a real cat.
Yeah. Everybody follows the Ginger saga. Basically, I have this balcony. She jumps down and frolics, and I got to let her in through the front door. But she jumped from the fence up to the balcony, which I only knew was possible because another cat had done that before and bullied Ginger.
What if your downstairs neighbor just threw her up here?
just fucking just perfect spiraled it up
You
here.
just hear a splat on the door.
I mean, it takes a village, you know. It takes a village
To raise a cat.
It takes a village to raise a fucking cat. I like the idea of the NBA Young Boy TLC Mormon show, dude. We should figure out if we can like sell that somehow.
I mean,
we should figure out how we
in
can
the
just
ether
legally
now.
make it so he has to do that and we get paid somehow.
well, it's too late. Fucking Trump pardoned him. He needed to add.
We
like,
need that leverage.
Yeah. We need. Now he doesn't even have to be in his Utah home.
We just wait till he's drunk as hell and tell him that Trump was thinking about taking it back, you know, but he also is a big fan of TLC.
The other thing is he has so much money that we could probably tell him that TLC is paying him like $50 million and he won't notice that they're not.
He just doesn't understand money anymore.
Yeah.
It's just
he just
so much
has not been checking his bank account, or when it changes too dramatically, he just assumes something happened.
Yeah, he just keeps on reading it backwards, the 3 and the 5. Yeah, he's just like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I like that idea. That's what I'm saying. I feel like if I could hang out with Elon Musk for 4 to 6 hours, I think I could get him to give me $10,000 easily. Probably $40,000 easier.
Any of those uber rich guys, I'm sure you feel like you could schmooze, but like you'd have to be like, look, I'm the tramp with the heart of gold. Like you'd have to convince him of that.
I think when it comes to the Elon Musk kind of thing, he's so used to hearing people like trying to just like asking him for money, right? So he's probably got that. He's like a female, like that whole Patrice O'Neal bit. You know, it's like,
you know what you should do that he's never heard?
Yeah.
A business pitch.
No, I'm just gonna neg him. I'm just gonna be like, hey, you know, you could be fine if you lost 20 pounds, Elon Musk. And then he's just gonna be like, oh shit,
No,
I need this
don't.
guy's attention. I need this guy's appreciation. And I'm like, man, you call them tits? Well, come on, man. I'm just joking. I'm just
You're
joking.
not even
looks
fucking
fun.
sexy, Elon.
Yeah.
I'm sexy.
Hey, Elon, you know what would make me attracted to you? You know what you could do to make me attracted to you? What, Mr. Alonzo? I don't know. If you were $40,000 less wealthy, how the fuck can I do that? Oh, you know, I don't know. Why don't you figure it out, dum dum? Why don't you figure out?
You got Cash App?
Yeah, you got.
You got Bitmo.
Yeah,
You got that Dogecoin.
How about this, Elon Musk? How about I just take my dick out and fuck you right in the face? How does that sound? He'd be like, oh my god, this guy's got balls. This guy's got fucking charisma. And then I'd take that $40,000 and I would send it straight to fucking Palestine.
Ooh.
Every dollar of it. Because they are selling like really good drugs right now.
Piss off Sam Haney.
Just that anti-Palestinian son of a bitch. God damn. Here's a funny thing is like, I was trying to explain this last night at the comedy thing, but the whole so whenever the pandemic happened and everybody kind of became conspiracy minded, it was kind of a weird thing for me because I felt like everybody was kind of getting onto my level of psychosis. And that's kind of how I feel about the Israel shit. Now that everybody's kind of like anti-Israel, I'm like, oh shit, I don't even know who I am anymore. You know what I mean? Because I don't feel like Alonzo. Now I feel like I'm just one of these anti-Israel stooges. I don't know.
Are you?
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, I know
that's what I'm saying. I don't even know. I've been hating Israel for fucking ever. You know what I mean? And now they're like, oh, now they're killing these Palestinian kids, and now everybody hates Israel. And I'm like, well, where were you when I was water whipping?
Well, you're not like, you know, some of these activists that post all these pro Gaza.
But maybe I should, because maybe these people are like, oh, Alonzo doesn't even care about fucking virtue signaling to fucking Israel and shit.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. I'm fucking double agent and shit, dude. Check out the flag I got back there. Sometimes I just walk into a job interview, wrap that around my fucking body and shit,
Nice.
like a nice shawl and stuff. Yeah, and I'm just like, hey guys, we all hate Palestine, right? Right, boys?
Yeah.
Go to the JCC.
Dude, it's right around the corner from me too. You know that?
Intel.
I've seen it.
Dude, let's take that to the Jewish HEB and just fucking walk out with everything. we just use that like a hobo bindle and just fill it up with free shit and we just walk out with it. What are they gonna do? I'm like, are you gonna try to destroy? They're trying to take my flag. They're trying to take my Jewish flag.
One very observant person notices us putting bacon in the satchel.
Chorizo, just shellfish.
It's kosher.
Lock the doors.
Oh man, I bet they have the IDF working there outside as opposed to Allstate security. It's just the actual IDF works outside Jewish HEB.
I like the idea of bringing the Israeli flag to Jewish HEB as like 7-Eleven day. Where you
just fill it up with the ices, whatever you can fit. You can fill it up with a Slurpee.
I brought a really big flag.
Yeah, dude. I wonder if we could even do that in next 7-Eleven day. We just bring the flag of Israel, just fill it up with a fucking Slurpee.
That
would be genius.
There's a whole bunch of they had to institute rules about the size.
No ovipositors.
No, that's the thing. Ovipositor works,
dude.
We can just if you
use
get
it as the funnel to put it into the flag.
Just filling up ovipositors with.
That's $130 bit. So we better get this podcast off the ground by then.
There's gotta. Bad Dragon can't be the only. There's got to be a Timu ovipositor.
Oh, you think so? It just gives you cancer immediately. It just
we're
gives
not
you
sticking
COVID.
it in our pussies.
Well, speaks for yourself, man. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be drunk one day, looking at it like, what am I gonna deny myself? Like, but I'm not gonna look behind the door, the forbidden door and shit. I'm not gonna see the man behind the curtain. Please.
Yeah. My asshole ripped off the head of the Timu ovipositor, and now it's going up my colon.
That would be so. I'd be in such one of those places where if I did rip my asshole up with the ovipositor, you would all know about it. I couldn't keep that to myself. I'd be like, he was doing it as a bit. The rectal damage and the stitches. It was a fucking bit. Yeah. I'm ironically gay. It's like Larry the Cable Guy.
That was me with a hemorrhoid 2 weeks ago.
Dude, I got a fucking rowdy ass hemorrhoid. I'm sure my asshole looks like Ari Shafir. Did you ever see that when he posted his fucking hemorrhoid?
No.
Did he? This is back in the day before Joe Rogan's podcast was famous, and he used to just have like the website and the forum and stuff. And he posted a picture of Ari Shafir's hemorrhoided asshole, and it looks like a pair of big old like racist wax lips or something like that in between his butt.
It was after.
It's like bite.
Like we went to Washington.
See if I find it.
Oh my God.
Let's do it.
We went to Washington for the trip, and so but we ended up doing like a road trip there.
They have some beautiful parks over there. What was up with that?
Oh, that was.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Go on with your thing.
Oh my God. Oh no!
I'll find it.
Is that Steve Ranazizi's the one spreading his cheeks?
Wait a second. Is that what I'm looking at? Oh my God! Yeah, that's the picture.
It is.
Okay, let's see. So it's the asshole teacher. Oh, bleaching Ari's asshole. Is that where we see the hemorrhoid?
I think so.
Oh my God! I don't want to see the teaser. Where's the fucking Reddit, dude? I'm so tired.
Oh wait, you're on Safe Search.
Am I?
Yeah.
Go to images.
All right.
Safe Search
off.
Oh, it's off. You're
always off. I always keep that thing on. Let me try this though. So anytime Google doesn't work, always try Yandex. That's the Russian Google.
I don't know if does that work?
Yeah, dude. They don't give a fuck about Google's fucking
Those are my shorts.
What would you call the westernized fucking
Sandy
devil
Bellato.
Google? Let me see. Sandy Bot. Yeah, there we go. All right.
There we go.
Let's see. Where's the fucking asshole? I want to see Archie's asshole. What the fuck?
Just looking at hers.
Yeah, right.
Showing her asshole. That's for sure.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! We get it, sweetheart. It looks
Lily's
beautiful.
asshole's nice, man. Come on,
It looks
amazing.
Let me see. They're real and they're spectacular. Let me see. Ari Shafir hemorrhoid.
Dr. Drew helps diagnose Ari Shafir's rectum.
I don't see it. Go to 20
I
photos.
know. Let me see.
It's her again.
Damn, dude, she's got her Q her Q rating is off the charts right now, dude.
No.
Ari, it's just.
Let me see.
Oh Lord.
Let me see. I think he said Ari Shafir hemorrhoids. I think he called it the clam. Let's see. Let's go to web. Dude, the internet is fucking letting me down today. I'm just trying to find a fucking D-list comedian's fucking asshole picture with his hemorrhoids, and they're making me feel like the fucking weirdo. Why is it these pictures? Why it's always these pictures over and over again? What does it mean?
What is it?
What does it mean? It's it's like fucking synchronicity.
Why is it a porn link? That's the thing.
Because it's a fucking asshole, Bob. Those are the only places that host graphic asshole pictures.
Just go to Reddit and see if there's a pictures of them.
Let's go to InfoWars. Get to the bottom of this. Let me see. All right. Okay, Ari Shafir, you've gotten away this time. But next time I bring you up, I'm going to talk about how you're a fucking borderline pedophile. And then we'll see who's fucking got the clam asshole.
Yeah,
and it will be you.
Hemorrhoids suck.
Hmm?
Hemorrhoids suck.
They do, man.
I don't know. I think it's part of the game. You know, it's like if you're gonna be a rodeo rider, you know, you're gonna get some back problems. You know, if you're gonna be a professional gamer, your hands are gonna get fucked up. You know, you're a cop, you're probably gonna beat your wife a couple times. You know, it's just part of the process.
Mine felt like it was from a week of road tripping and then being in airports.
Oh yeah, what do you think? Is a
I didn't
stress
get
thing
fucked
or
in
just
the
a
ass.
diet thing?
Oh no, I mean that was purely a lot of my ass on tiny seats. I think.
You think so? See, me, I think it's a wiping thing. I think it's
usually.
Well,
It's also a diet thing too, because I mean,
I could see my diet being different, but
I mean, if you eat like super hot wings, like that's when I know that I've had hemorrhoids that day after.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like because I fucking just shit water constantly.
I can't avoid spicy food, so it's every day the spicy.
can't either.
Will let me know where I am with the hemorrhoid.
Sorry, Joel Williamson. These are awesome. I don't know what he's talking about, but I agree. The asshole rectum stories. I don't know.
Probably.
People can always relate to that.
Hemorrhoids. I don't know if.
Do you have a hairy ass? Do you have a hairy ass, Bob? Do you have a hairy ass?
Shaved it, so but I don't think I've ever considered it exceptionally hairy.
I think mine's hairier the most. I think it's been
around my ass is hairy, but not my asshole. That's the thing.
Not your asshole. I feel like I got like a dreadlock coming between my gooch and stuff like that, and it just yeah. Some people call it a dingleberry, but they're like not culturally as educated as me.
Maybe you could donate that. Donate
Yeah.
the locks of love.
Oh, it's another shitlock man. Ah, fuck. Dreadlocks of love.
Yeah.
It's like Rastas with cancer. He's donating your dreadlocks. Rastas never get cancer because they're too busy smoking the ganja, man. It's from the earth.
The earth, man.
It's from the earth.
Earth.
What was I watching recently? Dave Chappelle, Nutty Professor with Eddie Murphy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You seen that? Remember that scene?
Yeah, run for the hills. It's Fatzilla.
Yeah, so Dave Chappelle plays the nightclub comic that's heckling Eddie Murphy when he's fat. It makes him feel bad on his date, and then when he goes out again, oh, you haven't seen the movie?
I haven't seen that. Yeah.
Oh my
I love that movie.
You love that movie?
You mean Lady Professor? Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen? You know, there's an original Nutty Professor.
Yeah, with Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one yet, but I want to
seen it
see
either.
it. It's like it's kind of a different thing. Instead of the guy being fat, he's like this nerd that becomes cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever seen the original? So
I haven't seen it, but I know of it.
You know the nerd guy from Simpsons?
Yeah.
Yeah, that he's based off of the Nutty Professor in the original.
Isn't pretty much the whole Stefan or
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I wouldn't even think about that. That's fucking good. Yeah, I wonder what that trope came from. Is that like is that a play off the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing, or I wonder like?
I think so.
Where do you get that whole I'm going to be a scientist and I'm going to drink something? But I guess the play off of it was as opposed to making you a monster, it actually made you cool or whatever.
Yeah, and I think
a suave guy.
It's Frink is Jerry Lewis, the like actual doctor guy. Because then there's also they pretty much. They have another nerd voice character, but that's supposed to be like the teen going through puberty.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. Simpson. Yeah.
What was it?
He's the guy who was out there fucking acne and shit.
Oh, that kid was like, don't touch the computer.
Oh, you're talking about the nerds from college. Yeah, that's different nerds though.
No, from the nerds that are in the Springfield Elementary.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, they're
Oh,
kind of
they
just
hang out
similar
with, like,
versions of the
with,
college nerds, honestly. Yeah.
I think that's the episode
Lisa.
where the asteroid's gonna hit.
Oh yeah,
So
that's right.
That's what I'm saying. They really don't get into the other nerds besides fucking obviously Lisa and who's the other guy? Martin. They get into Martin
yeah.
Prince. They really do, but I know you're talking about. He's the little kind of skinnier, taller nerd or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Millhouse.
I got these fucking sniper shots, dude. I was listening to Chapo Trap House, and I was feeling real self-conscious because I was like, man, these guys are smarter than me. But then I was listening to them on Talking Simpsons. I'm like, these retards just watch cartoons like I do and shit. And I was like, they're not that smart. And also, their fucking points aren't that great either. They're just like.
That was my experience with
They're like
Chapo Trap House. Is you're listening to them, you think it's great, and then there's something that just kind of like
breaks
it takes you really out of it.
It's what it is. There's certain points when they like are very detached from reality. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, okay, well, that's I get what you're saying there, but and also
aren't they like the Socialist Legion of Skanks, but except a little less edgier?
It's like a socialist come town.
Yeah,
like one of their big things is like, oh, if like a Republican dies or has a bad thing happen to them, they just like brutally make fun of them or whatever, which is like, I don't care about that necessarily. But I just hate when people like they're the empathetic party, and then the second that like somebody that they don't like, you know what I mean, is on the like, let's put the boots to them.
It's I don't know. When they're talking about something you agree with, it's like, okay,
I love it.
I love it, but like when you disagree with them slightly, you see how smug they are about everything.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. See, and I like
I like smug, but it's like when you're on the receiving end of smug, it's
annoying. It's annoying.
Your teeth.
Yeah, and well, that's the thing too is I totally agree with that. Yeah, whenever you feel like somebody's like, but it's like. Maybe I'm like I don't really care that much that I don't get that much, but it's not even like I know what you're saying though. It's not necessarily a political thing. It's just like some kind of thing, and you're like, well, wait a second, you're just as bad, or some kind of I don't know. Just whenever you see a hypocrisy, it's the facade breaks. You know what I mean? And you're out of the honeymoon phase.
Exactly.
But it did motivate me to like try to become more well-read or something like that. I don't know how well that's gonna work.
I mean, there's nothing wrong to like. I think like becoming well-read. I just look for little. You find some book you want to read, and then as you're reading it, there's gonna be something in there that's like, oh, kind of like an interesting thing in it.
Just listen.
So I don't know.
I like audiobooks better.
You like what?
Audiobooks. Yeah, it's just.
Bob's on a busy schedule. You're on a busy
Bob, what's the last book that you listened to?
Right now I'm listening to
Harry Potter.
Nope, the campaign. Hunter S. Thompson,
Sure, yeah.
Hunter S. Thompson's the campaign trail. The Fear and Loathing of the Campaign at 72.
Oh, you're reading Fear and Loathing on the Campaign Trail?
Yeah.
Oh, you're listening to
Listening to, yeah.
That's actually something I might listen to.
I've never
send me that.
Yeah, because I never listened to it. Yeah.
George McGovern, right? Or
It's George McGovern, and there's like the primaries of the Democratic Party.
Who's narrating it?
I don't know. Some guy, Mark Maron, I think.
Oh, dude, if fucking Hunter S. Thompson was narrating that, I'd fucking pay for that audiobook or try to fucking pirate it until I couldn't find it, then I'd pay for it. But yeah. That's actually a solid one. Have you read a book recently, John?
I started reading Gravity's Rainbow, but
what's that about?
Bullshit.
Scott Sowers.
Is it like a science fiction thing, or is it more of like a philosophy thing?
I guess you could say
Gravity's Rainbow.
You could say it's historical fiction.
It sounds like fucking Kurt Millhouse's, Millhouse's dad, Kurt, whatever. Can I borrow a feeling, or can I borrow a feeling or some shit like that?
Can I borrow a feeling?
There you go.
Can I borrow
Gravity's Rainbow?
I guess you could say it's about World War II, but I don't know. It's the guy he's famous for writing difficult postmodern books, which is just as The Simpsons said, weird for the sake of weird.
Okay, yeah, Pomo,
yeah. And so it's like there's a lot of that, but it's like all set around like World War II, London getting V2 bombed.
That's
which
cool.
is just the first bomb where it hits before you can hear it, and it's just almost. So far, a lot of it is just like people reflecting.
Did the Germans do that?
Yeah, the Germans did that.
Dude, those motherfuckers, those guys, you know, they be wilding sometimes, especially when war breaks out. They're always coming up with some fanciness.
Well, what's weird is this book, like, I'd felt for a long time that I should read it, and so when you were at my birthday and you saw my brother, he asked me if I had been reading anything, and I let him know, and he said he had finished the book. We were related to the author, and that he had the same feelings towards the book that I had.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and then also,
your brother had the same feelings, or the author had the same feelings?
He had the same feelings towards this book that I had. Discovered we were like related, and this is completely independently of me.
What were your feelings about it?
Just this weird like
kinship.
Yeah, like a weird kinship. Like something about this seems really up my alley, and even like putting in work to research like the background of it beforehand. But he's like 4 years older than me, so he's like already done all that. But
he read it back in the day.
Well, this book's pretty old, so but he read it a while ago. He's also just a much better reader than I am.
Dude, yeah, I can't my you know, chick I know, she reads every day, like pages and stuff. She's like, I haven't even got done reading yet. I'm always impressed by that, people that read like for fun.
I can when it's in the routine as like a phase, I can do it and I can keep it up for months, but it's like it's again like inertia. It's like as soon as I've had like a good week of not having read, I can go years.
Can you only like finish half a book? Like just
No, I finish books when I'm in that like reading a lot phase. I finish books all the time. It typically is like I need a real.
What's the last thing you finished?
Does it ever go to?
The last book I finished, but I also think finishing this book is what killed reading for me for a while, was this first volume of a Lyndon B. Johnson biography.
Oh, that's a tough one.
But it's because I had loved reading all these volumes of
Lyndon B. Johnson.
I had loved reading this Eisenhower biography, and I read all the volumes there. I had read, and then
how many volumes?
That one was just 2, but they were both about like 600 pages. And then after that, I read The Power Broker, which is like the Robert Moses. That one's.
You were telling me about that. Yeah, you bring that up a lot.
It's weird in that the guy who wrote The Power Broker, after he wrote that, his entire life has just been writing about LBJ from the perspective of he hates his guts. But also like, because his entire thing is extreme detail, he's probably like, it's the most like in-depth like he's at like volume 5 of his LBJ. He's still working on it.
It's like it's like the Chris Chan documentary thing where it's like 45 pieces.
It is the only thing I can think of remotely akin to the Chris Chan documentary. But here's the thing: is that's not the one I read. We went to this bookstore in Houston and we found a guy who was upset about this like really mean LBJ books coming out. So he wrote his own pro LBJ biography. And we were just in this bookstore and like they had a pretty cheap signed copy. And it's like, that's neat that it's signed by the author. So I bought that one and I read that one. And it's
he's
funny.
like there to check you out at the fucking register.
But the funniest thing is like, I think from my understanding, because I haven't read the one of the guy who like hates LBJ.
That sounds like a good one.
I wanted
his dick isn't even that big. Everybody says he has a big dick. It's not that big.
Well, I wanted to like almost get like a different perspective before I read his like really like negative one. And so I think what ends up happening, even though I haven't read much, or I've read volume 1 of that guy's, finally got through it. But at this point, it's like I think the one who wrote the really mean one, kind of throughout time, he starts to respect LBJ. It's like, damn, he was he knew how to throw his dick around and get what he wanted, even if I didn't like the like the Machiavellianism of it all.
Yeah, it's one of those
guy
things.
who likes him, kind of like through deep
starts hating him.
Like, starts to be like, yeah, he did do that.
That's fucking fantastic. That's actually really funny.
Like, yeah, so It's a great example. Is like the like LBJ like stole the election that made him senator in Texas, and
He probably killed JFK.
no, yeah, for sure.
Or had like a big hand in being like, hey, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna stand in your way.
He oh man, when it comes to this is where him being longtime Speaker of the Senate, House Majority Leader comes in, is that like he was way more connected to like all
The
hands of
internal shit,
Washington
yeah.
than JFK ever was. The thing
He
is,
was always
like,
an outsider kind of thing, like JFK.
he really thought he was going to be president, and then JFK was. It's like the same as like Hillary Clinton and Obama. Like you're sure this is a done deal, and then this like hot young thing without any like
Baggage.
yeah, comes out of nowhere, and everybody's eating them up. But like he was the career, like his
Which
entire.
it feels a lot like comedy, honestly, in a weird way. Where you're just like, oh, I've been here forever and all that. Then just the new guy comes in within a couple weeks and he's just like taking everything by storm. He's got that young energy, you know,
Yeah.
exactly. No baggage.
Exactly. And so like and eventually he just kind of has to make this decision of I either hop on this train or I let this train kill me. Like he like, you know, tries to become VP.
How's he do that? Is there like any kind of
I think it's just kind of during primaries he was incredibly cold to the Kennedys. And then when he drops out, he doesn't necessarily go about it in this like way of I want to be a part of it, as much as he goes about it and it's like, you know, if you choose me, I'm gonna make it happen. Like I'm the one who knows the ins and outs. Like,
yeah.
if you don't choose me, this party's gonna fight you, and maybe you'll win, but like it's gonna just be.
And then even if you win, you still lose because you're not going to be able to do anything because we're going to go against you.
Internal conflict within your party because I still run the party.
Yeah. And then when he still got him, it's not like there was any of that happened anyway either. No, there wasn't.
Well, like
I feel like he was still fighting against him, right?
No, JFK absolutely. It really was JFK and his brother. So like RFK, that was really where it came down. JFK would always listen to RFK. The RFK had like final say.
He was like the actual like vice president.
Yeah, and so LBJ thought he was going to be coming into that role, power broker, and on big things like Bay of Pigs, where everybody's telling JFK, let's go to war with Cuba, except RFK. And he still chooses RFK over everybody else. It's like, oh, we do not have the sway over him that we thought we did.
Which I mean isn't a crazy thing because he comes from such a powerful family already, and I'm sure they already have their
family of criminals. Like,
I mean, that's what I'm saying. They already have their own philosophy on how to do this kind of
was
stuff.
a bootlegger.
Yeah, and so like they're
he was a Nazi.
They're
never go against the family kind of thing.
Yeah,
powerful, but know how to be rough around the edges if need be.
Yeah, I mean, he's also ex-military, which like, I guess people kind of forget. He's like a war hero or some shit, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he would have been sort of that age and that he saw combat, whereas like LBJ was already a career politician by that point.
Yeah, so that's what I know this is like one of my more crazy opinions, I guess, but I don't think that mandatory military service is the worst thing for a country. I think it gives you a lot more like perspective on like what actually happens, and I think that people would be a lot more hesitant to send their kids knowing that, you know, they're gonna have to go to some kind of conflict if we start it because there's a mandatory service.
I mean, maybe it's the way we go about it. So like you look at like a place like China, which has mandatory military service, but they're also not really in a lot of ground conflicts. So like you're in military service, but really you're just doing like exercises at camp for like 3 years.
Well, the same.
Whereas like in America, like we always have little things going on the ground. So it's like the chance of sending someone out and them coming back with like PTSD is a lot higher because we are just in more conflicts.
Yeah.
Whereas like, yeah, China is like, yeah, maybe you have to go kill some Indians because they get into like some sort of border conflict like once every other year.
Oh, Switzerland.
Well, I was also just thinking, like, how less would PTSD be a thing, or PTSD, sorry, if, like I said, more people knew about the military experience, and that would either lead to things like, you know, maybe better understanding about, like, you know, something. I feel like a lot of times when people come back from the war, they're like, this is completely different than the life that I led. It's almost like when you come out of prison, you know what I mean? You're like institutionalized in one sense or another. I just feel like if there was, there's such this disconnect from the military and like public life that if that bridge was a little bit like shorter, you know, maybe there wouldn't be like, I think a lot of PTSD isn't necessarily just the constant like stress, you know, of like the bombs everywhere, but also just like coming back and like being like, this is completely different than my regular life, and how can I even like, and also I was great at what I did before, and now I suck at being this thing, you know. I was like one of the best at fucking doing my job, and now I suck at doing my job, and I suck at talking to people, and nobody that I talk to, like, you know, some of them don't even like what I did, you know. They don't have any respect for me. Like there's a lot of there's a lot of things to deal with as a soldier now. Just like I said, there's such a fucking disconnect between society and the military process. Or the idea of what the military even is. Like I remember I was on Whippets when I realized what the military was, and it's like a column of like society kind of thing, where it's like it really is one of like the actual pillars of like life is military or a martial, like the martial you know, concept and stuff. And it really kind of blew my mind. But or listening to the Pacific theater stories for like how crazy the Japanese were, and how like the Americans that were fighting them were so not prepared to even like, they never dealt with an enemy like that. It was probably the closest thing to fighting like fucking bug soldiers and shit, like on or what is it called, Starship Troopers or some shit.
Just coming at you and not
surrendering.
And then and they came out at you naked. So you'd have like a naked lady coming at you with a fucking bayonet, just butt naked lady coming at you with a bayonet, and you have to fucking mow them down. Like, imagine the psychological like effect that would have on you to do that. You know what I mean? That's probably going to lead to some kind of like weird issues you have going on too in the future and shit. Cause just like, that's what I'm saying. It's like
the craziest thing is you start to like it.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's what I'm fucking saying is like you either are tortured by it or you philosophize how this is a good thing, and then that philosophy isn't always going to carry on to okay, now being the manager at fucking your Safeway, you know.
It's like
I kind of feel that not exactly to where we ended up, but kind of the same way of like, you know, just make PTSD clear that like this is a part of it and somewhat more accepted. That's the same way I feel about like concussions in sports. Is like, I think the research is good, but I don't think they should necessarily be changing anything out of it as much as just like making it people more aware that this is the contract they're signing. This is the risk that they're taking.
Well, here's the crazy thing about that too, though. It's like you literally here's a parallel between that actually kind of scares me is with football, and we'll end it after this. But with football and military thing, you're training these people to be fucking killing machines, and then giving them mental fucking problems, and then sending them out into the world and just being like, deal with that, you know? Because it's like, imagine like a football player, you've been like raised since like fucking you're a kid to be fucking strong and to like fucking tackle people like as efficiently as possible, and you know, and then you're just getting knocked around in the head. But same thing with like soldiers, you're being trained like, how can I most quickly kill these people and then not have any fucking feelings about it, so I can keep on doing it. It's like
a lot of people people wonder like, why are there so many football players who get caught for domestic abuse? And it's like, because they've been taught their entire life that physicality can solve conflict. Like physical actions solve conflict. Like their job is physical action. So, and it's, I don't think it's right, but it's like, like you're saying, it like warps your perspective.
Well, what I'm saying is like you're living in two different worlds. Go on, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, it's like, you know, you're in war, and then you just can't get that trigger mode out of your mind. Because I know friends that have that trigger mode that, you know, once a bomb left off, like
sometimes people call me trigger mode.
Aced. No, it's just like they just triggers, like they just have a shock, you know what I mean?
And it's I don't know. It's like, I'm sure there's got to be something without the police too. You know what I mean? I'm sure a lot of police are also ex-military and stuff.
Yeah.
But like when you're out there and like if somebody's giving you some fucking shit, you know, it's like, all right, let me smack them around a little bit.
Yeah.
And you come home and your wife or your kids giving you some shit and you're like, motherfucker, I just had to, you don't know what I deal with every day. I had to pull over 2 weed heads. And
That's
sit in
why I give you a
jail.
black eye. What?
I had to kill 2 stoners. I had to tase
I had to
and then
kill a black
stomp
guy out
2
of his
stoners.
house, man.
Well, that's the weird thing. Is like I think I'd be way easier at being a soldier than being a cop because if you kill somebody, at least they don't gotta like go to jail and pay money for all the fucking like fines and the lawyer fees and the rehab shit and all that. Like when it comes to cops, like I couldn't be the person. Like you'd have to really be fucking up for me to go, oh man, I'm gonna judge you and take you into hell pretty much. You know what I mean? And just have you sit in like our closest, like basically minimum wage hell, like in the sense that like this is the most hell we can have legally, you know, is jail and that whole process. Because not even the jail part, that's the fun part, because then you get to talk to other criminals who usually have like a pretty decent personality and you're all just trying to crack shit until fucking, you know, magistrate or whatever. So that's like not even the worst part. It's everything up until there is what sucks and what they make it shitty. I don't know. Fucking.
It's the bail part.
The bail part?
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess who's going to jail tonight?
Yeah.
God gonna post my bail tonight. Any thoughts on Kanye before we end it?
No, I wish him the best.
You hear the Heil Hitler?
Yes.
All my niggas Nazis. Yeah, Heil Hitler.
I knew there was a new song. Is that from the news? I guess I haven't heard that.
You haven't heard that one yet?
No.
All right, let's see. I wonder if this is gonna get pulled down.
Somebody
Somebody
it's
gave
been
me
hard to keep up with him.
That's what I'm saying. He's like he's
Yeah.
on his Trump shit.
I think he made a song with the same lyric, same song, but it says "Praise Jesus."
Oh, so that okay.
And he apologized for being anti-Semitic.
But isn't he also say he's doing this in tandem with all the like pro-Palestine stuff?
I don't know. No.
Well,
he's doing it.
in my opinion, if you listen to the lyrics, he's talking about how he ain't able to see his kids and shit like that. So it seems more of like a cry for help, but one of those retard people that like does all the worst things to like, it's like, I'm not crazy. You think I'm crazy? I'll show you crazy. It's like, well, no, that's not what we want to see. It's like, that's the opposite.
I'm going to say the most shocking thing ever, but then again, I'm not crazy.
Have you ever seen Dracula Flow?
A nut.
Dracula Club?
Dracula Flow. I'll send it to you later.
Is it Kanye?
Well, it's a weird video in that it's like the Filthy Frank guy, now that he's like a famous for
Joji? Yeah.
as Joji.
Yeah, Joji.
Made this like account where he just pays Craigslist actors to like read shit so he can go back to doing like shithead videos.
Nice.
You know, the most
We
popular
need to do that. We need to get some Craigslist actors, dude.
I know.
As like
Yes.
guests too. Just have them play parts.
That would be
Fucking fun, right?
Is Craigslist still a thing?
yeah, I'd live for that, not for getting your doink sucked, but I mean
Yeah, I mean, hey, once we get them in here,
unless you know the codes.
yeah, exactly.
I would assume it's just
You gotta call it a doink. That's the
doink.
first one. Can I get a doink us, please? It slips right underneath the wire. All right, let me play this real quick. We'll play it out on this then, and let me see. I want to see. Can you see the music video, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play the music video just because people can look it up.
Oh, does it have imagery?
And I don't think it should get pulled because I don't think it's on any streaming services. They could just be YouTube pulling it for.
Man, these people took my kids from me, then they closed my bank account. I got so much anger in me, got no way to take it out. Think I'm stuck in the matrix, when I fuck's my nitrous. Yes, I am a cook, I like when people fuck on my dick.
1 second. They took my kids from me, then they torched my bank account.
Took your kids, took his bank account.
Feel like I'm in the Matrix. Don't know I'm gonna make it out.
Yeah.
Man, these people took my kids from me, then they closed my bank account. I got so much anger in me, got no way to take it out. Think I'm stuck in the matrix, when I fuck's my nitrous. Yes, I am a cook, I like when people fuck on my dick. The shit that I'm posting on Twitter, they telling me, hey, don't say that. How niggas can't see me in public, I'm driving an Arco Maybach. With all of the money and fame, I still can't get my kids back.
You can hear it on mine.
With all of the money and fame, I still don't get to see my children. Niggas see my Twitter.
Fire. Yeah, it's like slightly. You'll hear it.
I'll hear
how
it.
it's like.
I figure out what's going on too. Interesting. Actually, kind of sounds interesting.
I was like, what? I know. I wasn't at first like thinking anything was wrong. I was like, what lyrics are you hearing now?
Man, these people took my kids from me, then they froze my bank account. I got so much anger in me, got no way to take it out. Think I'm stuck in a matrix, when I fuck's my nitrous. Yes, I am a cuck, I like when people fuck on my bitch. The shit that I'm posting on Twitter, they telling me, hey, don't say that. How niggas can't see me in public, I'm driving an all-chrome Maybach. With all of the money and fame, I still can't get my kids back. With all of the money and fame, I still don't get to see my children. Niggas see my Twitter, but they don't see how I be feeling. So I became a Nazi, yeah, bitch, I'm the villain.
Nigga, how Hitler? Nigga, how Hitler? They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. Nigga, how Hitler? They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. All my niggas Nazis, nigga, how Hitler? Nigga, how Hitler? Nigga, how Hitler? All my niggas Nazis, nigga, how Hitler?
She wanna fuck with Japan, I put the chrome on the Benz. She reaching down to my pants, she got the world in her hands.
Took all these same guys and took them down to West Hollywood, or like where the Star Walk is.
Yeah.
And had them surround the Diddy Star and do this song.
What the fuck?
It's not this. It's just like. I don't know. I just think he'd be interrupting me a lot. He would never like let me talk about my shit.
Do you ever think it'd be like for you? You'd be like, hey, like, yeah, I agree, but can we talk about something else?
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
He just like he just wants to talk about Playboy Cardi problems again and shit. It's like, we got it, dude. You're looping right now. Please pass the nitrous. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, John, for showing back up. Thank you, Bob Deasy, and that's been a funky dealer. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
See ya,
gentlemen.
Have a good rest of your
I ain't a winner. Pay the front line, take the don'ts. He's coming out again for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. 4-4's the point, mark 4. Ace, deuce, scrap, want 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 4. Ace, deuce, ace, deuce, scrap, want 4. Scrap, want 4. Who wants the hard 4? 5 wants 4.
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner, got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner, got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 4, and he made us the hard way. Hey, the front line takes the hard. You have a shooter and a good one. Coming out for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. He's a rolling point as 9. Place 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. He's a rolling point as 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. Who wants to come? 6 to point.
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets. Place your bets. Who wants to come? 6 to point. Who wants to come? 6 to point. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
So funky. So funky. Check me out, y'all.
8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. He's a rolling point as 9. Place 9. 8 shooting for 9. 5 shooting for 9. Who wants to come? bets. Nine a winner. Pay the front line, take the don'ts. He's coming out again for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. 4-4's the point, mark 4. Ace, deuce, ace, ace, deuce, who wants to come? 6 the point, who wants to come? 6 the point, who wants to come? 6 the point. Play 6.